introduce what the purpose, what we are doing from my role as general evaluator to new guests and new members. As general evaluator is evaluate the meeting in general. Yes. So we have the speech evaluator, we have language evaluator, the grammarian, and the time report. So I will evaluate, like Doris said, what all those who haven't been evaluated. So first of all, I will, this is the first time I be the gender evaluator, so I will try my best to point out all my observation in this meeting. First of all, will be the setting of the meeting. So I think we start quite on time, yeah. And our surgeon at arm has just left us, but we are very happy that the refreshments are all prepared before the meeting. So thanks to all the members who bring up the refreshments. So I will just follow the agenda item to evaluate. First of all will be our acting president. Because our President King is not here, and Wilson, he is currently our VP Education. VP Education will, for your information, when the President is not here, and we will decide the President and the acting President. So I think we have to give a big hand to Wilson because he's so busy that he needs to attend his company dinner, but he made it to attend the meeting and give the opening remarks. He's so dedicated to our club, so let's give a big hand. And for your information, I think you have checked email. Wilson will be our coming president. So if you would like to work with him, so join our expo. Yes. And I think Wilson also did, for Wilson's improvement, yeah. Because I think we have guests here. I think at the very beginning, I think we had to welcome all the guests, yeah, give them a big warm welcome. Yeah, so I think so the guests will feel more welcome and be more participative in this meeting. Next will be our TNE, the code. Sorry, I'm so nervous. Yes, Doris. TNE is actually the MC of tonight. Is this your first time in TNE? I think you have did a very great job. Let's give her a hand. Very calm, do you think? I think compared with me, she is more calm. Yes. And she has a very good smile, and she welcomes all the guests. I think her good smile and give a very big welcome to all the guests. And yes, and she also at the very beginning, I'm very impressed by her is that she introduced the ballot sheet. She reminds all the audience to fill in the ballot sheet, and I think you can introduce the ballot sheet. I think one more thing to do will be, because there are certain items in the ballot sheet, maybe you can introduce how to fill in the ballot sheet and then introduce them. When will we collect the ballot sheet, and yeah, so it can be improved. Also, what Doris has done well is she has very good transition in between the speakers, and she also introduced before each speech she introduced the main job of the TME is to introduce what we call POETS of the speech. P stands for the project number, O objective of the project, the evaluator, the topic, and the speaker. So, and Doris has done very well. Also, but thanks for your improvement will be encourage the others to use the word of the day. This is very good. But one thing to remind will be, this is our Toastmasters tradition, is to shake hands with each incoming speaker, and then when they leave the stage, you have to shake hands. So this is our tradition, so have to be bear in mind. So the next will be, I will go to the table topic master first. And the table topic has been evaluated by Charles, so he has covered most of the point. So I won't spend much time on this. But one thing to remind will be, I think as a table topic master, I think your role will be similar to the TME. I think you can also remind them to use the word of the day, so before each speaker. Yeah, so yes, and yes, as I think you can also, because your topic is quite long, and maybe you can repeat your question and sentences when you have invited a guest, so that the guest can be more clear of your question. And next will be the workshop. Yeah, thanks Jeffrey for giving us a very informative workshop. And I think the topic is the road to DTM. I think either Doris or Jeffrey at the very beginning have to tell the audience what is DTM. I think most of us have no idea at the very beginning what is DTM. Does it mean don't touch me? Yes. Actually, DTM is, I think if all of you is now realize what is DTM, this is Distinguished Toastmaster. And we can introduce to them what Distinguished Toastmaster means to a Toastmaster, so that our topic, road to DTM, why do I have to be DTM, the value of the DTM, so that the audience will be more into the workshop. What Jeffrey has done well, I think, and he has prepared a very good PowerPoint and use of the visual aid, and he focused on the very beginning level, mainly focused on introducing the CC and CL, and just briefly mention and not going into the detail of the advanced level. So the audience can get the core message, and which is more related to them. And things to improve can be, I think when Jeffrey is using the matrix, you can give some more tips on how to use the matrix. For example, some tricky tips. For example, when you can use the matrix to plan ahead your CC schedule or to CL schedule. I think on this part, the mentors can help more on this. For example, there will be some tips. When you look at the matrix, thank you, you will see some, you can look into the menu if you have received that. And also, I have some little tips to share with you. That is, I have from other seasoned Toastmaster. Like you can see, there is a very, some points you may have already fulfilled. For example, there's a easy tips like befriend a guest. Today we have guests here, so you have befriend a guest. Actually, you have already fulfilled one point. So, and also, for example, if you have been a speech, if you have given a prepared speech or a table topic speaker, you have also filled up. You have done you can put 2 tips in the matrix already. Maybe the mentors can work more on this matrix and plan ahead with also for your schedule and tell the VPE so to go walk along the road to DTM. your speech has been evaluated and due to time limit, I'm not going to give the evaluation here, so I will evaluate the evaluators. First of all will be Charles. I think Charles has given a very comprehensive evaluation on the table topic. He has give Wallace both good points and negative points for him to improve. He also gives some tips on giving a table topic speech, like use of personal experience and encourage and even some constructive feedback, like how to structure the table topic speech. Also, he encouraged the guest to be our member. This is very important. Yes. And also, I like his use the terms simple is beautiful. I think this can apply to both the table topic, even our prepared speech, and the evaluation. And I forgot the improvement. Every time I can mark up this for you later. I'm sorry. And next will be the evaluator, Tiffany. Tiffany, this is your first evaluator, right? Yes. I think you have done a very good job. You gave both good points, both good points, and the improvement for activity, for reading. And also, you have made a very good conclusion. At your conclusion, you gave a recap of your good points and the improvement, so that activity at the end can receive your suggestion. And also, but I think you can better structure your evaluation, like because you gave all the 4 points at the very beginning, and then one improvement and late at the end. For evaluation, and in Toastmaster we always suggest to use the sandwich approach. That is, one good point at the beginning, and then some improvement in the middle, and then also some good points or encouragement at the end. So this is called the sandwich approach. So for other evaluators, this is a very good approach, and we encourage each to use. And also, the second evaluator, Alice. I'm very sorry that I walked out of the room to answer the call, so I didn't listen to the whole part of your evaluation, but I still look you are a very good evaluator, because very good point is that Alice used the manuals. She stick to the manual for Harry's speech, based on the manual to evaluate Harry's speech, because when we are giving speech, we will follow the guideline provided by the manual, and we have to fulfill certain objectives of each project. And Alice evaluate Harry by using the manual. This is a very good point. And also, Alice did not only evaluate Harry's performance on today's speech. She also compared Harry's speech with his last speech, that show Harry's has improvement, and this is very encouraging. And also, it gives us impression that Alice is paying attention, and she has done very good preparation as an evaluator for Harry. And she also gave very good suggestion for Harry to improve, like speak slower, giving pause. That this is very good. And last, come to the facilitators. First of all will be the grammarian. Yeah. one of the important role for the grammarian is to introduce the word of the day. Yeah, the word of the day for this meeting, it is already printed on the agenda because this is selected by me. Yes, I think for my suggestion for the word of the day, I think if later the grammarian, if you assign the grammarian role, I think it will be a good practice to select the word of the day in advance and give it to BPM and print it in the agenda. And when the members or the speakers, when they are preparing for the meeting, for the coming meeting, when they receive the draft agenda, when they read the word of the day, for example, today is the charisma, when they prepare the speech or be prepared to answer the table topic, they can maybe prepare some prepared sentence on how to use the word of the day. That will be a good practice. And actually, as a first-time grammarian, I think you did a very good job. You give the grammarian report by summarizing all the good points or the common good points of various members and quote some very nice sentence or ways to for improvement. Yeah, good job. But one point to improve will be when you introduce the meaning of the word of the day, charisma. I think you better can give a sample sentence of the word of the day. For next will be the timer report. And yes, as the timer, I think you did a great job. But just one suggestion will be you can write on the board maybe summarize on how much time each has used, and maybe at the end give a brief conclusion, maybe an evaluation on who have done overtime or who have done undertime. For outcomes, Raymond. Yes, and just one suggestion will be, I think you have very pay attention to all the audience, all the speakers, and you have quoted what are the filler words or what are the repeated words. And I think you can give a brief report on each one and how many unnecessary sound or repeated words they have done, because I think each of us would like to know their performance and would like to improve in the next meeting. So I know it's a time, I think I've overrun. Thank you. So this comes to the most important point, will be announcement of the winner. So because our President King is not here, so I will decide him to announce the winner. First will be the prepared speech guest. Today we have only 2 speeches, so your chance will be 50-50. So I think it's very important to select a day which has less speakers, so we have high chance. So yes, who is the winner? The winner is Billy.
Let me take a picture. Okay.
CC1 and win the best speaker. The best table topic speaker will be guest.